as we all know that you have been spending a lot of time writing every day for years. So I'm just wondering that what supports you keep writing for a long time like that?
Yeah, I think if it's a passion and you love it, you make room for it. I think everyone, if they look at their life, their daily routine, as busy as you are, if you have, I had a job, I had a house to keep up, I had a wife and a dog to keep happy and exercised and entertained. But the time that I used to spend doing other things, I just cut those out of my life and fell in love with writing. And I think everyone could find an hour every day to read or write. And if you could do that, and you could do it every single day, it's just incredible how much you can get accomplished. And but you really have to enjoy it, because you can't go into this thinking, even if you put all the hard work in and you write a great book, there's no guarantee that you'll have any sort of financial freedom from your writing. It's just so rare. So you have to do it because you love it. And I love it so much that I spend my weekends doing it. My wife has to pull me away from it. And the people that I see doing really well with their writing these days seem to be the people who are that focused and impassioned about what they're doing.
How many hours you spend every day to write?
I try to spend 3 to 4 hours a day writing, and I can spend the rest of my time doing other stuff that supports the writing. But then there are days, in the last few days, I've spent, up to 8 hours writing, because I'm getting toward the end of a project and I'm in the revision stage. And writing is exhausting for me. I can do 3 hours and I'm really worn out. When I'm revising and editing, I can do it all day. So it depends on what stage of the process I'm in.
Let's move to the last part of our questions, because there are so many writers here in Taiwan, but actually self-publishing is not that popular here so far. So just wondering that, do you have any suggestion to those who also like to write but didn't really have a chance to let the world see their works?
Yeah, there's a key component with all with storytelling, really, in general, because that's what we're doing when we're writing or we're making a TV show or movie. It's all about telling stories, and it goes back to sitting around a campfire, thousands of years ago, and doing it orally. So if you have a great idea for a story and you can tell it in a way that your audience can understand what's happening in the story and get involved and invested in the characters, the way that you share the story, the medium and the outlet, is not very important. So there in Japan, kids were writing entire novels with their cell phones, one line at a time, and some of these novels were going on to become bestsellers. And the novels would get compiled at a website, and other people would read them, and some of them even got movie deals and became big blockbuster publishing phenomenons. And these are high school kids writing the book on their cell phones. We're so desperate to connect with each other, and we're so desperate to hear stories that tickle our imagination and make us think and move us. So if this is something you want to do, look at how people are communicating in your culture, in your society. Are they watching YouTube? Tell a story through YouTube. Look at the camera, and if it's science fiction, tell them, like, hello, I'm from the future. I'm here to tell you about the great battle that ended us all. And then start telling that story, and do it in weekly episodes, and start sharing it. And maybe no one watches, but this story will never go away. It'll always be on YouTube. For my stories, they'll always be on ebooks and print-on-demand books. So I think we just have to be imaginative about how we share these stories and how we connect with each other, because we're looking for it. We're looking to be entertained. We just have it's up to us to figure out how to do that.